This is your Math 4 lesson for Thursday, April 23rd. And today we're going to continue talking about measurement and metric units. And we talked about the centimeter, which remember is about the width of my finger. And each centimeter is made up of 10 millimeters. So there are 10 millimeters in the width of my finger. And we did that with your ruler yesterday. Make sure you're measuring in centimeters, not inches. Okay, and then let's take a peek at going bigger today. So when I have, when I start building up, right, my millimeters, if I get 1,000 millimeters, so there's 10 here, right? So I have to count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And I'm going to keep doing that until I get to 1,000 millimeters. And when I get to 1,000 millimeters, I've made 1 meter. And you've seen a meter sticks. Teachers use them in school. So they're about this long, right? So this is about a meter. It's 1,000 millimeters. So we can use a meter. If we were to measure a football field, we might want to use a meter stick. The length of your house, we might want to, it would take a really long time to measure in millimeters how long your house is, right? So that would be a good reason to use a meter. Okay, so there are 1,000 millimeters is equal to 1 meter. And you guys have done this before, so this should be familiar to you. But then what happens if I take my meter stick and I make 1,000 of those? Okay, I get, if I have 1,000 meters, then I get 1 kilometer. So kilometer in your mind, it's not the same distance as a mile, but use it in your mind as similar to a mile. So you can think kilometers, I measure the same things that I would measure miles in. So the distance from my house way out of town to the grocery store, I could measure in kilometers. I wouldn't want to take a meter stick, right? That would take a long time. If you're traveling and going to go from one town to another, you could use kilometers. Okay, so kilometers are a really big measurement. Meters are that middle measurement. And then millimeters are the teeny tiny measurement, okay? So we're going to be using these today on your worksheet. So look at number 1 on lesson 132. It says a walk around the block. So I'm going to go for a walk. Do I want to measure it in meters or do I want to measure it in kilometers? I hope you say 1 kilometer is a good walk around the block, okay? Let's look at number 5. Sebastian's dad trained each day for a race. He wanted his time to be under 35 minutes. What race was he preparing for? Do you think he's going for 5 kilometers if he wants to do it in 30 minutes or 500 kilometers? I hope you said 5 kilometers because that's, think about if we go on a walk, we go on 1. So in 30 minutes is a pretty short time to do big things that are comparable to miles. Okay, so that would be 5 kilometers would be reasonable. Now look at number 8. You're using your ruler to draw the endpoint. So you start at the dot and you draw. But look, some are in centimeters and some are in millimeters. So pay really close attention to that. Okay, now look at number 11. I have 2 meters, and underneath it, it wants to know, well, what is equal to 2 meters? Well, if I have 1 meter, I have, oh, I don't have the centimeter conversion. Sorry. So 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Okay? 100 centimeters. So if I had 2 meters, how many centimeters do you think I would have? I hope you said 200 centimeters. Okay, so you're going to be doing those conversions in those boxes. Okay, on the back side of your page, you're comparing. So you might have to think, number 1 on the back side says compare 1 meter to 1,000 centimeters. Well, I come back to my chart, make sure you write this down so that you have it. So 1,000 centimeters, well, 100 centimeters is equal to a meter. So 1,000 centimeters is going to be bigger, right? So alligator eats the bigger number there, okay? I think you guys can work through it from there. Make sure that you Marco Polo me if you need help with anything, and have a great day.